Hello, everybody, and welcome to another Ravnica Allegiance Draft here on the channel. If you're watching this on YouTube, welcome, and thank you, because we finally made it to 1,000 subscribers, a huge milestone, and I really do appreciate everyone that supported the channel and made this a positive community where everyone can grow and improve in their Magic the Gathering on YouTube. And to celebrate that, I am going to be doing a question and answer video, so leave your questions in the comments of this video, leave your questions in the comments of my future videos, and I will be getting to those in a video soon. Also, I do want to remind you that if you enjoy this video, be sure to hit that thumbs up. It really does help me out a ton. It was one of the biggest factors in helping me grow so quickly, and I do appreciate each and everyone who does that. And as a reward, if you hit that thumbs up button, I will be doing a draft analysis if this video gets to 50 thumbs up. So that's just a little bit of incentive for you to support the channel. And also, finally, if you have any questions or comments or anything you want to say, just leave those in the comments section down below, and I will gladly respond with my thoughts or answers. But as a bit of a reward, I'm going to show you one of the sickest moments from this draft, so here comes the clip. Come on, Sharkto-Crab. One time. Yes! 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 Woo! Boom! 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 Yes! Yes! Easy as pie. Hello, everybody, and welcome to another Ravnica Allegiance Draft video here on the channel. If you're watching this on YouTube, welcome. Before I begin, I do want to remind you that if you enjoy the video, be sure to hit that thumbs up. If we get to 50 thumbs up, I will do a in-depth draft analysis and pin that in the comment section. Also, speaking of, have any comments, leave those in the comment section down below, and be sure to hit that subscribe button to get updates whenever I post new content. Thank you, Grish, for the follow. I really appreciate it. But yeah, comment, subscribe, like the video. I really do appreciate it. We are going to be using the 5-pick method today, my favorite method to draft guild sets, which basically means we're going to be taking the best card out of every pack for the first 5, regardless of color, regardless of multicolor or anything, and then hopefully find the open guild through that method. Precognitive Perception is a great card. It can just really win you the late game. Casting it at sorcery speed is actually a significant benefit, because scrying 3 before you draw 3 is really good. After that, I think that Gruul Beastmaster is pretty good, but I think I would take Savage Smash second out of this pack, then Gruul Beastmaster, then Summary Judgment, I think, and then Code of Constraint. That's my order. Maybe Code of Constraint over Summary Judgment, but definitely taking the Precognitive Perception number 1. Okie doke. Now, this pack is also truly incredible. There must have been a great rare in this pack, because Terramander's pretty good, Sharkto-Crab is really good, like really good. Lawmage's Binding is also pretty good. So those 3 are all quite nice. I think I prefer Sharkto-Crab to Terramander. Terramander is like a nice finisher, but I think Sharkto-Crab has just a lot of tempo built into it. It's got some pretty neat combos that you can employ, and I just think it's a really nice card to be able to use. Lawmage's Binding also quite nice, so it's kind of close on which one to take. I think I'm going to take the Sharkto-Crab. I think Sharkto-Crab is just a little bit better than Lawmage's Binding. It's just a really good creature that can also function kind of as removal. Chad is also agreeing with me and saying Sharkto-Crab. Shark best uncommon. That's really good to know. I'm glad we can go really good rare into really good uncommon. I'm pretty happy with how this draft is starting. Other cards in the pack, I think Gore-Clan Wrecker is a card that actually has performed really well for me. The Menace is actually really relevant. Scuttlegator, not a card I like to play. Azorius Knight Arbitrator is really annoying in the control decks, so I think if you're playing a control deck, it's pretty good. And then Noxious Grudion is just kind of like a fine card. Oh my goodness, Simic Ascendancy. I actually think this card is really good, not for the like alternate win condition aspect, but just because 3 mana put a counter on your creature is kind of good. Yeah, this pack is great too. The 2 uncommons are missing out of it. We're definitely getting strong Simic signals. It also works unbelievably well with Sharkto-Crab, because this just says whenever 1 or more +1/+1 counters are put on it, tap a creature, so like you can just pile up the counters on it. That being said, there's also an Aeromunculus and a Sauroform hybrid in this pack, both of which are quite good. Blade Juggler is really strong as well, but at this point, it looks like, I mean, we wouldn't like take a Blade Juggler over these other cards. Huh. Which do we want? I think Simic Ascendancy is really good. I like actually view it as a really strong rare. Like from just my like seeing the card, reading the card, just 3 mana put a counter on a creature is really good, especially instant speed, unlimited counters. So I think I'm going to take that over the Aeromunculus and Sauroform hybrid. But I could definitely see people taking any of those 3 cards. Okie doke. So this pack It's going to take a lot to move me out of Simic at this point. It just seemed very open. Third pick Simic Ascendancy plus Sorrow from Hybrid plus the other card, but it still could be like less open or less ideal. You never know. Cult Guildmage is a card that I'm quite a fan of. And if Rakdos is truly the more open guild, there was a Blade Juggler last pack, which could mean Rakdos is open. And it could just be really weird ways the packs have shifted. That being said, I don't think all three of those Simic cards would have made it through last pack if the person was trying to play Simic, so they could still switch. I'm really leaning towards the Cult Guildmage here. It might seem like a controversial pick, but sometimes you end up not in the guild that you would ideally find yourself in. Open the Gates is another consideration. I'm going to take the Cult Guildmage. You never know which direction you're going to end up in, and sometimes the first couple picks are not a good indicator of where the draft ends up going. So even though I have three really strong cards here, I think that it's better to find the open guild a lot of the time. So if that's the way the draft wants you to go, then that's the way the draft wants you to go. And you usually get paid off significantly. So here, the best card in the pack is Skewer the Critics by a mile. Collision Colossus is like good and Gruul. But Skewer the Critics is really good. Spirit of the Spires is also quite nice. I could take that. It kind of goes well with Precognitive Perception. Because I could then go into Azorius. But I think I'm just going to take Skewer over Senate Griffin too. Senate Griffin's fine, but I'm just going to take the Skewer. Another Cult Guildmage. This is the exact situation we were kind of leaning towards. Like, obviously, I like to play Simic if I have three really good Simic cards, but if the entire pack is telling me to play Rakdos, like it's just feeding me Rakdos cards here, and there's not even a Simic, I mean, there's not really even a good Simic card in this pack. I mean, you just got to switch into the guild that's open. So, over the course of the draft, I think you get more value out of switching into the open guild than you get from sticking with your first three picks. That's why I try to stay open at least through 5 picks. And it looks like we're getting paid off here with another Cult Guildmage. I could still switch back into Simic. That's definitely not something I have disregarded. But if Rakdos ends up being the most open, then Rakdos would be a nice place to be as well. Okay, this is where I kind of want to figure stuff out. Eyes Everywhere is a card I haven't gotten to play with. I haven't seen it played against me, really. It's just really tricky to evaluate this card. Applied Biomancy is quite nice. Syndicate Messenger is quite nice, but at this point, I haven't really seen a ton of white signals. Shimmer of Possibility could help me find like my good cards, but I think that'll probably wheel. So it's between Applied Biomancy and Eyes Everywhere for me. Eyes Everywhere more because I would want to try it out. Yeah, let's take Eyes Everywhere. I want to try it out. I want to give it its chance in the sun if it's a good card. It's the type of card that it's hard to tell if it's good. Like, scrying every turn is actually really, really strong. And if you're playing against a non-blue deck, being able to take control of their best card is really good as well. So, Eyes Everywhere has a lot of potential, and I do want to try it out. Type of card, it's also an uncommon that I haven't seen in play very often, so maybe that's a sign that it's bad, but I wasn't taking it over like the greatest card of all time. I mean, Applied Biomancy is a card you want one of. I'm not a fan of Incongruity. I think I'm just going to take the Rebel Pelt Slinger. It's just a flexible card that it's going to be able to make my deck, probably. I'm not a fan of Growth Spiral or Incubation Incongruity. Though, with a Sharkto Crab, maybe I would play one of these. The thing is, with Incubation Incongruity is just pretty bad. Killing their creature to replace it with a 3/3 usually isn't very good. And then Incubation, looking at the top 5 of cards of your library to get a creature, you don't usually have like any choices. So it's like you're paying 1 mana to draw like a spell, and you'd probably just rather have a spell in that spot. I took the Rebel Slinger because it can go into either a Simic deck or a Rakdos deck. That was pretty much the reasoning. Here I'm going to take Rampaging Rentorn. This card's really nice. 5 mana 5/5 or the haste part. They're both really solid. So I'm going to take the Rentorn here. Okadoke. Not a fan of Scuttlegator. I think Roustabout's a little bit better than Clan Wrecker just because it's a little bit cheaper, but I think Grudion might just be better than both of them. Like, I think Grudion's the best card in this pack. So I'm just going to take the Grudion. I'm not really looking to play Scuttlegator. I could take a Gateway Plaza, but not really looking to live that life. And we got the Applied Biomancy. Anyway, there's a Spike Wheel Acrobat and a Blood Mist Infiltrator, but those are both pretty bad, so we're just going to take the Biomancy. It looks like Simic ended up being pretty open. We're going to take a Gruul Locket. Sagittarius Volley now for the sideboard. Not a fan of Wilderness Reclamation. I think it's pretty bad, but I'm not playing Cerulean Caretaker, so. Okay, so looks like we are Simic. But there was a brief moment where we were almost not Simic. And it looks like we are going to be in pretty good shape. These are we do have 4 Rakdos cards, but we have, I guess we have 5 Rakdos cards, but we have like 6 Simic cards, and the Simic cards are definitely better. That was a really tough pack to read. There was packs that just didn't have any Simic cards in them. Definitely a little bit tricky. Wow. This card works really well with Simic Ascendancy, like super well. A Sphinx of New Prov is quite nice as well, but we're not playing that here. I mean, we're not playing Azorius. Benthic Biomancer is definitely going to be the pick here. The thing is, a lot of the time in Limited, you're not going to be using your turn 1 anyway. So a lot of the time, it's basically a 2-mana 2/2 that loots you a card, which is really good. And then late in the game, if we have a Simic Ascendancy going, we have like multiple combos with counters. So definitely think that Benthic Biomancer is going to be a good card here. After that, I think I would take Skitter Eel. And then, yeah, it really goes downhill from there. But Benthic Biomancer, pretty nice one to get. Whoa, my man, Biogenic Upgrade. This card is unbelievable. Really a strong finisher. It took me a long time to realize that you can just put all 3 counters on one creature and then double them, because you just distribute the 3 counters. I thought you had to have creatures with 3 creatures that had a counter on it to get max value. I thought that you had to like give the counters to all the different guys. But definitely taking Biogenic Upgrade here. These are a couple of strong Orzhov cards, but there's no way we're playing Orzhov. The guy to our right might be playing Orzhov. That would explain some of the signaling we got, because Simic would be wide open in that case, and that's why he wouldn't take Cult Guild Mages or Skewer the Critics. So, like, logically speaking, it would make sense for him to be Orzhov, and that would mean we'd see a ton of Orzhov stuff this pack, but also that Simic would be open. And it makes me pretty confident that we're not going to switch into Rakdos, now that we kind of have that read on what he's playing. But Biogenic Upgrade is great. And now we can get this Aeromunculus. I'm a huge fan of Aeromunculus. It's quite nice. Definitely better than Skitter Eel, because flying is quite relevant. Tithe Taker's nice, but like we're not gonna switch colors here, because if we switch colors, we're just gonna get screwed in pack 3. I wouldn't mind a Stony Strength. It works with the Benthic and the Sharkto Crab, but it'll wheel for sure, pretty much. And Skitter Eel is pretty nice, but that's probably not gonna wheel. Okie doke. We're not going to be like splashing, get the point here. We're just going to take another Rampaging Rentorn. I'm not a fan of the Persistent Petitioners. I don't think that's a real deck. Clear the Mind, not really my favorite card either. We already have a Sagittarius Volley. And overall, we're just going to be pretty happy getting a Rentorn here. This deck is coming nicely together. Razor 2-1-2-1-2. I agree. Satyr Wayfinder, a nice 2-drop. Really helps me set things up. So we don't really have early creatures as much. We have a lot of, and so getting a 2-drop that can find us our other creatures like Sharkto Crab or our Benthic Biomancer is really nice. I do like Slimebind a decent amount in this type of deck, because we'll just go over the top of them, and so we don't care if we shrink their guy. Yeah, Slimebind's a nice card. I'm surprised when I see it wheel, but it happens for sure. Wow, another Cult Guild Mage, Clamor Shaman. We don't really have a ton of multicolored creatures. We have 3, so definitely not taking Glass of the Guild Pact. I think I'm just going to take Territorial Boar here, just so I have another 2-drop to be defensive against other decks. But yeah, things are looking pretty good here. I don't really need to take Gateway Plaza, because it doesn't look like I'm going to have super difficult mana requirements, and I'm not splashing. Shaman over Boar. The Clamor Shaman? Yeah, we're blue-green, dude. It took a second. We're not going to splash Skewer. I'm actually like not a real fan of splashing for cards like Skewer, because I just don't think it's like on the power level needed to want to splash. Here, just easy Steeple Creeper, just more creatures that are on color and pretty good. The thing is when I splash cards, I like to splash for cards that are going to win me the game, because there's actually a significant downside to having bad mana. And I think having good mana wins you a lot of games that you like don't really realize it. You're like, because, yeah, you don't tend to like remember all the games that you just get screwed over by awful mana. Here, Slimebind, pretty easy. All the 2-drops you don't like in these colors. You don't like Satyr Wayfinder and Benthic Biomancer. I'm counting this as a 2-drop, by the way, folks. I think it's fine. I mean, it's kind of not a 2-drop, but yeah. It's oftentimes functions like one. I think Slimebind's going to be a good performer in this deck. We have a lot of things that are going to be able to just push through damage anyway. I like Mammoth Spider like a decent amount, but we already have 2 5-drops. We do need some cheap removal, interaction type stuff. Skittereel, super hyped to get that back. This card probably shouldn't be wheeling. It's just really good. Definitely happy to get that back. Scuttlegator, no. We'll take a Brush Strider. I like Brush Strider a fair amount. It's like fine. I ideally probably wouldn't play it, but you never know. Ooh, Slimebind did come back. The Scry 2 guy or a Guild Mage would be nice. Oh, yeah. They're both fine. I think I'm going to take that over Stony Strength. I'm not, like, super sold on Stony Strength. I think my, like, Sharkto-Crab combo is going to come from Simic Ascendancy rather than the +1/+1 counter combat trick, though I probably would play one. I think we're just going to take another Sagittarius Volley. I think Slimebind is basically removal in a lot of decks, and I feel like a lot of people don't treat it like removal, even though, like it is. Because the thing is I shrink their guy, and then I have like a 5/5, so I'm going to be able to punch through their guy because I'm presumably shrinking something with 4 or less power, which usually means it has 4 or less toughness. So I'm just attacking through all their stuff, and like sure they get a chump block out of it, but I just need to get to the late game where I can draw my Biogenic Upgrade, my Simic Ascendancy. I actually think Simic Ascendancy was the pick out of that pack. I took it over the Sauroform Hybrid and the Aeromunculus. I think it's going to be really good. That makes it a combat trick. It's not really a combat trick, Kyra Magic. The thing with a combat trick is you have to be in combat to use it. And with Slimebind, if I don't have a creature, I can still cast Slimebind and buy myself 10 turns. So if they have a 3/3 flyer, or something like that, or the 4/3 flyer, I don't think you ever want Reclamation, to be quite honest. I just don't think this card's really good. This card's interesting. We could like play it and then try to splash the Warden half of it, but as I was saying, that's fine. But like we don't have a real reason to splash or take this card when there's other good cards in the pack. There's a Sauroform Hybrid, there's an Aeromunculus. I definitely prefer the Hybrid over the Aeromunculus. It's just a 2-drop that can function in the late game, and this is like a 3-drop that can function. That's just a fine card. But I definitely think we need Sauroform Hybrid. We don't really have as many 2-drops as we would like, and Sauroform Hybrid is quite nice. Slimebind is probably going to wheel, which I'm pretty happy about, because people don't respect it. I don't know why that auto jet topper. I don't think the chump block is really super relevant, Kyra Magic. I think you'll see in the matches as it plays out. But I think if you treat Slimebind as like a removal spell, oh, the word chump wanted to get blocked by the chat blocker. That's funny. Definitely picking the hybrid here. Another Sauroform Hybrid, pretty easy pickup here as well. Really nothing even else to consider in this pack. This pack is horrific for us other than the Sauroform Hybrid, but pretty happy to get the hybrid for sure. Speaking about the Slimebind though, if I'm a slow deck that has like Sauroform Hybrids, Skittereels, if I get to the late game, I'm usually going to be winning. And if my opponent has a creature in the early game that I can't deal with, like they play a like 4-mana 4/3 flyer in Azorius, I can Slimebind that guy. He becomes useless. He's just an 0/3 at that point. And by the time I start attacking my opponent, it doesn't matter if he gets an extra chump block because I just have complete board control because I have so many big guys. And that doesn't really treat it as removal. I remember hearing like some streamer call it like a combat trick, like when I asked him about it. I forget who it was exactly, but this is easy Sauroform Hybrid. But I remember just disagreeing with that because I think Slimebind is just basically a removal spell. Okie doke. And now Arrester's Admonition. This is a card that I do like having access to. Bounce is pretty nice, and you can bounce your own creatures, you can bounce their stuff. It's just a really nice effect to have access to. Clear the Mind is a card that I do not like, though. Some people try to play double Clear the Mind decks and loop them, which is kind of fun. Whoa! Insane Hane with the raid. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Insane Hane, I'm going to guess that's Alexander Hane. Yeah, he's a real good player. I watched him on the limited Super League, and that was real fun. I didn't really know who he was before then, but after watching that, I was definitely a fan. Yeah, thank you so much for the raid. I really appreciate it. And if you were watching my chat before the raid, be sure to check out Insane Hane. He's a pretty good player, and I think he's in the MSL, the Super League. But definitely just taking Arrester's Admonition here. He's #1 on the Arena Constructed rankings. Oh my goodness, another biogenic upgrade. Let's go. Imagine if we go biogenic upgrade into biogenic upgrade. That's going to be great. He's #1 on the Arena Constructed rankings. Thank you, Insane Hane. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much for the raid. If you're just coming in from Alexander Haynes' stream, my name is Nikolai. I am primarily a limited streamer, and I also have a YouTube channel where I upload my gameplays. We're getting actually super close to 1,000 YouTube subscribers, so if you want more limited content and you enjoy what you see here, be sure to check that out. I'm more excited for upgrade rather than MPL raid. I mean, I'm excited. I love getting raids. It's super fun, but I don't want people that come in from the raid to just miss out on all the like action when they come in. So biogenic upgrade, clear pick over Eyes Everywhere and over the Guild Gate. But yeah, I really do appreciate it. Insane Hane, also known as Alexander Hane. Okie doke. Unfortunately, we can't take the Gruul Spellbreaker. We've been seeing quite a bit of Gruul this pack, but that's just probably like a fluke. Came on to hear you speak badly about Clear the Mind. Will not get you into good graces with the Hane viewers. Oh man. Dove Acuity and Clear the Mind is a real thing. Don't sleep on it. Best and easiest trophy I've ever had was like playing Constructed against limited decks. I've definitely had limited decks that felt like I was playing Constructed. Oh my goodness. It seems like it's been quite a Friday. It has been quite a Friday, indeed. Indeed. I'm just going to take a Territorial Boar. You never know when you needed some Boar action. And now probably just a Biomancy. Nothing else really in this pack in my colors. As I was saying, I think the guy to my right is in Orzhov, and that's why I'm seeing all these like Rakdos cards. But it's really like better to be in Simic if they're in Orzhov, because then you're getting like green and blue cards instead of just the good red cards and black-red cards. That's why I went like my first 3 picks of the draft. I went like something into Shark. I went Precognitive Perception into Sharkto-Crab, into Simic Ascendancy, into 2 Cult Guild Mages, into Skewer, and I was like, oh man, maybe I'm going to be a Rakdos, and then I found that Simic was more open. Biomancy is just your favorite card. Well, we have some sweet Biomancy combos. We have the Sharkto-Crab combo, and we also have the Benthic Biomancer combo with it. So that's going to be fun. Titanic Brawl, just basically removal for us. We have a lot of big creatures, so I'm pretty confident that we can usually kill stuff with it. Definitely happy to see that here. And now, there's nothing really here for us. We'll just take another Sagittar's Volley. Maybe we'll find a matchup where we just want 3 Sagittar's Volleys to crush our opponents. We don't really want an Axebane Beast. Money, women/men, and fame. It's all you want in life. Oh my gosh. Oh man. Fame is like overrated, I think. I think I'm just going to take the Rebel Slinger. I just want to have enough creatures. I only have 13 right now, and you really do want to have a lot of creatures when you have biogenic upgrades and applied biomancy. I'm not a fan of Incubation Incongruity. I think this card's pretty bad. If you didn't hear my previous explanation of why I think it's bad because the first half doesn't really give you any choice, so you're paying 1 green mana essentially for like a random creature in your deck, unless you have like a broken creature in your deck, in which case the odds of finding that are really worth it. And then the second half, a lot of the time you're killing like a 4/4 and giving them a 3/3, so it's just not worth it, I don't think. I'm just going to take a 1/3, and we'll get a Scuttlegator, I think. You never know when you'll need the Scuttlegator. We're probably going to just use Biogenic Upgrade as our finisher, but sometimes you'll just need a Scuttlegator. It's fine to have access to it. Lock it. Hey, the Slimebinds didn't wheel. Clearly somebody's getting the... You found Slimebind pretty bad in ground attacking decks. Oh, you definitely missed the conversation about Slimebind Pack 1 Pick 1. You definitely missed that one. I think Slimebind is great. It's just basically a removal spell in my eyes. Overall, just a card that I'm pretty happy to have access to. Congrats on having a fiance, Kyra Magic. That's really great. The whole combo. Good in Flyers, bad in there. No, I think that Slimebind is just really good overall. My deck is going to be able to go over the top of the ground creatures because my creatures can get so much bigger than a lot of ground creatures. So if they have like a 4/4 or something, I can just Slimebind that and then attack them over with like when my Rendhorns start attacking, I'll just be able to win with those anyway. So I think I do want the Scuttlegator here maybe. Confirmed Slimebind and new Terminate. I think I do want the Scuttlegator in this deck. I don't have like an insane amount of top end other than that, so I think I'm gonna run the Scuttlegator. I also have like some ways of letting it attack before adapting, which is really nice. cut eyes for boar. I just want to try out eyes everywhere. I haven't gotten to try it out. Kyra Magic saying to drop it. I just want to give it a chance. I've never played the card. I only really want one Applied Biomancy, I think. Don't really want two of them. I think I want the boar. Rebel Slinger is probably my worst creature, but I do want a lot of creatures. I feel like eyes everywhere is like fine. But maybe I'll side it in if my opponent's not playing a blue deck. We'll try that out. That'll be a compromise, as they say. Biomancy out. I'm killing you. I don't think Biomancy's insane here. I don't love having too many copies of it. I already have Arrester's Admonition, so I have multiple bounce spells. And Arrester's Admonition is better than Applied Biomancy. So, I mean, yeah, I just need to cut one more card, but I don't really want to cut a creature. I mean, I guess I have to cut a creature, because all my non-creature spells are pretty good. I guess we will cut the Rebel Slinger. The thing with the Scuttle Gator, yeah, I guess we can cut Gator. I agree. We'll cut Gator, and we'll keep in the Rebel Slinger. I guess I don't need Skater. I forgot about my, like, Simic Ascendancy. That's a good late game. I have 2 Biogenic upgrades. So, let's just group creatures separately. Let's just double check. Yeah, this will be good. So let's sort by color. So I guess we'll just go, this is also a green card. We'll just go 1 extra forest, because we do want to have access to. No, we do not want any of those. 9/8. We do want to have access to blue mana, and we need, like, we have a couple gold cards. So, and a double blue card, so. And we don't have any, like, double green, except for the Biomancy. Gator plus Ascendancy. Also, Gator plus Biogenic upgrade, so. Whoa, all the people in chat. So many people in chat. Biomancy greater than Bind. You agree with Pack and Pick One? Yep. People are so much lower on Slimebind than me, but I respect my Slimebind ancestors. Does it trigger Sharkto-Crab twice? I think it does. Because you can bounce your own 2. I'm just going to run it like this, folks. I am going to run it like this. And that is going to do it for the first part of the video, and I'll see you in the next part. Hello, and welcome to the first match here. We are going to keep this hand. We've got our favorite card, Slimebind. All the doubters in chat, imagine if this Slimebind was an Applied Biomancy. Then we'd be in real trouble. But this hand is great. We just have to stall the game and then win with our precognitive perception. Also, thank you, Oscillatorium, for the follow. I really appreciate it. Oh yes, this hand is so good. Slimebind is my favorite. Sharkto-Crab is a monster. I know, it's going to be even a bigger monster, Belangia Joe. Just imagine. Oh, cool, we're playing against the Gates deck. That's fun. The Gates deck shall not compete with our glorious Simic. Okie doke. So we'll Slimebind their 3-drop, play our own 3-drop. Clamor Shaman. Okay, that's not really what I want to Slimebind, I will say. I'll just Slimebind something else. Whoa, okay. When Slimebind is an MVP in a ground deck, you'll quit Magic. I think you're, like, underrating it. You'll see. It'll perform. Sure. I can just Titanic Brawl that thing. Like, at my leisure. Going to attack. Play Sylvan Brush Strider. And, pass. Oh, it's already a yeah, physically a monster. Send in your resignation now. Oh, man. I think it'll overperform compared to what people expect. That's my thought, at least. Oh, goodness. Well, this is unfortunate. That card is scary. How am I going to kill that? I guess I'm not going to kill that. I guess I just have to get him to a low enough life total that he can't, like, leverage this card. And then I can use Slimebind and have, like, a crazy double block or something. Missing a land is really bad there. I can Slime Bind it. Clearly that's not what Slime Bind is meant for, folks. It's like the Doomblade that can't target big things. Terminate 5/5. Everyone is hating on Slime Bind. Relax. It's quite... Okay, never mind. That's not the flavor text that I was going to use to inspire fear with Slime Bind. It's not harmless. It's good. Oh, man. Okay, what do we do here? I kind of just want to Titanic Brawl this guy with my 2/3. Applied Biomancy this guy. Actually, I'll apply Biomancy next turn. We're just going to Brawl that. And then attack for 2. And then hope that he'll waste some mana on a... And we missed a land drop, so he might just think we don't have anything else to do. And hopefully he'll waste some mana and then can't replay this if he adapts it. Doubtful that he'll do that, but you never know. Sure. That was exactly what we wanted. That was a huge tempo swing. Because now he can't replay that. Rats. Yeah, we didn't want to kill it, though. We wanted to make him waste his turn so we could have extra time. Boom, let's go. So I think... So he has 3, 4, 5, 6. So we'll just play this as a 5/5 so we can attack into the Troll Bread. Putting him to 9 here doesn't really matter because he'll just play the 5/5 and stabilize against us. Watch and learn, folks. What could I possibly have? I mean, he's probably not expecting the Slime Bind. He'll probably just expect a different combat trick or something. Oh my gosh, yes! Oh, yes. We'll put that on the bottom. That on the top. That on the top. Wow. Maximum punished. That was actually really bad. Ugh. So if we just go 1, 2, 3, double the counters on our guys. No, we can't do 1, 2, 3. We have to go 1, 2, 3. This would make this into a 5/4. Okay, he's adapting. Sure thing. Okay, yeah, we don't care. Okay. So if we cast this here, we make this into a 6/6, and then we double it. So it gains 3 counters overall. So that'd be an 8/8. And this would become a 5/4, and then double the counter. So we gain 4 counters here, so that'd be a 8/7. And this would be an 8-powered guy. So he'd have to double jump. 1. Yeah, I think this is the play. So they each are going to have 4 counters on them at the end of this. So this would be 7 power. He doesn't technically die from that, but he'll have to chump my other guy or double block it. I think I'm just going to cast a bunch of creatures here and then... So I can cast 3 creatures here. I can go 1, 2, 3. I think that's better. And then next turn I can cast Biogenic Upgrade and be have a bunch of big guys. Growl Locket, not what you wanted, buddy. Okay. He's got to be dead here, right? He can block 2 guys, so if I just make everything like equally big, like if I put a counter on all 3 of these guys and then attack, this will be a 4/4, this will be a 6/4, this will be a 3/3. He'll block the 6/4 and this guy, and he'll take 4, 7, 10. But then he could have a spell to kill me. We'll just make this guy a flyer. I'm worried about Gates Ablaze here. Just gonna pass. We can adapt this guy slash. He needs to find an answer to this thing. Also, Gates Ablaze kills his own guy. Yeah, it kills my guys too, though. Unfortunate that he had that, but we have a lot of stuff that we can do anyway. We don't need to loot with our Benthic Biomancer. We'll just slime bind this guy. Huh. No, I want to slime bind. I don't want to take 7 here. Taking 3 is a lot better. Okay, sure. We are actually like the only reason we're in trouble here is because we didn't play our terminate. Because we didn't play that that one turn that we could have. Okay, Frenzied Airings, sure. Nice combat trick. Okie doke. So if we draw 1 more land, it's okay. It's okay. Okie doke. That's a little bit rough. So he can pump this, which he probably will, which will put us down to 7. Then he can double chump our guys. Dang, I'm really disappointed. We should have won this game, I think. Yeah, the thing was like I couldn't like actually kill him that turn, I don't think. Let's see. I think we'll just try to get him to over attack into us, and then we'll kill him with our Rentorn. Oh, good. That's not good for us. Oh, dear. So we bounce this guy, play the land, So if he plays with haste next turn, he can also pump it. So that would be 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I thought we were ahead by a lot, pack 1, pick 1, and then he killed every single one of our creatures with Gates Ablaze. And didn't lose anything. So that was bad. Yeah, it was really tricky. I mean, Gates Ablaze really screwed me up, I will say. So I could take... No, I can't. I have to block. Let's block like this. The thing was, I feel like it was tricky, a very tricky spot. It's hard to know what was correct there. Yeah, I was used to strength of the pack as well. Jeez. Ugh. Oh no. I don't think Rebel Slinger's going to do it. I'm fairly confident my opponent can just suicide stuff in and kill me at this point. Dang it. I felt like we could have won this game. But there was the turn where I went for the 2-turn clock on the with my 4-2. And then he drew the Gates Ablaze. Yeah, in hindsight, I agree. Because if we knew he has Gates Ablaze, and he's gonna draw it, then it's better to block here, take 4, 6. Yep, that's game. Really tricky though. Yeah, exactly. To get our stuff out of damage range. I was scared of Gates Ablaze, but I still think he only had 1 card in hand. He was gonna draw a couple cards, but it's hard to know for certain. I think we want to add. I think we want to cut Territorial Boar. That card seems pretty bad in this matchup. And then we'll add Scuttle Gator. I'll try it like that. That was just rough. I think the way the cards lined up just wasn't as good as it could have been. This is a fine hand, though. This is a great hand, actually. Their deck didn't screen. I mean, they had a lot of gates, so I kind of could see that they might have a Gates Ablaze, but I mean, they still have to draw it, and it was still going to wipe most of my creatures regardless. And they would have used it way earlier if they had one, so let's take the Sorrowform Hybrid. Actually, Rampaging Rentorn would be really nice to top this curve off, so we're going to take that. Yeah, I wanted to kind of, but then I have to, if I'm going to play around Gates Ablaze, then I end up upgrading odd creatures. I upgrade my Rentorn and stuff like that. Hopefully they don't have Gates Ablaze here. That would be unfortunate. But they would have to play a gate, and then they'd have to Gates Ablaze. So to play around that, I might just adapt my Aeromunculus next turn. I don't want to lose my Skitter Eel to a... my Skitter Eel, if I don't want to just play my Skitter Eel into a Gates Ablaze, because he could definitely just have that. Sharkto-Crab, eh? We're not going to play this guy as a haster. We're just going to play him as a 5/5, so he's bigger than the Sharkto-Crab. And then we'll curve out with our Biogenic Upgrade. I was thinking about how I would use Upgrade ideally, but I couldn't find a good way to use the Biogenic Upgrade to give me good attacks. I would have like one good attacker, but yeah, it was tricky. Here, I'm just slamming it, though. Tapping down. My flyer. Mistakes were made, buddy. You got owned. Have fun with your Gates Ablaze now, buddy. Haha. That is exactly how we want those games to go. He doesn't have time to play a threat, and then we just curve out on him and win. Let's bring in Applied Biomancy over the Scuttlegator. I think we'll just try to curve out like that again. And having an extra bounce effect could be nice. We can also save our stuff from Gates Ablaze. Oh my gosh, the exact same hand. This is a great hand. We will keep. Whoa, Stomping Grounds. Fancy. Not a gate, though, so it doesn't trigger his Gates Ablaze. That's hilarious. We're just going to play this guy. We'll take a Forest. I mean, he could just wipe both of our guys with a Gates Ablaze, but that's like not the high ceiling of a Gates Ablaze, and we're not super worried about that. Sure. We'll adapt this thing and get rid of Rubble Slinger. And then attack with... We'll trade our 2/2 for his 3/2. This is also a really good trade for us. Sharkto-Crab, no! Okie doke. Sharkto-Crab's a bit annoying, but we can still just curve out with our Biogenic Upgrade. / Sorrowful Hybrid being fine. He also only has one gate. Okay, we're definitely not going to fall for that one. Double blocking would totally be a mistake there, I think. Okay. Okay, I like where that's going. That was actually, like, unbelievably good for us. Sure. If we draw a land, then we're going to win this game. If we don't draw a land, it's going to be close. Because if we can adapt this guy, we'll just hit him for so much damage. Come on, land. Please, one time. One time land. Land! Heck yes. And next turn we can use Titanic Brawl to fight the Scuttlegator and play another creature, and then we'll win with Biogenic Upgrade. Because he may hit us for 7 this turn, but he won't have his creature around the next turn. Oh, you've got to adapt. Okay, that's sketchy. Sure. Creature. That's fine as well. Definitely this order. I'm going to get rid of that. Get rid of that. The reason I did it in that order was because I didn't want him to have like a small burn spell to be able to take down my 12/12. And as it stands, I'm in great shape. I have 2 massive creatures, and they're both outside of Gates Ablaze range. I can't die to a Rentorn. Haha! Slimebind, my main man! I guess that's why he did it on my turn, so they would be like chumped for like stuck forever. Sure. He only has 1 blue mana, so he can't even activate the Sharkto Crab. He can just replay his guys. Boom! He concedes! Yes! MVP! MVP. Actually, that was totally Biogenic Upgrade carrying me. But, yes, I agree. Slimebind in the hand. Relax, it's quite harmless and will dissolve completely in a month or 2. Heck yes. Heck yes, folks. Got that W, and I hope you stay with me for round 2. Hello, and welcome to round 2. We won the die roll because that's what champions do. They win die rolls. And we are going to mulligan because it's 6 lands. And this is a great hand, so we're going to keep. Pretty easy stuff here. We have a great rare, and we're going to put that on top so that we can maximize our odds of playing our rare on turn 5 and curving out. Because we're not greedy here on the stream. Wow. I feel like I'm playing the exact same matchup. He's probably just a Gruul deck, but seeing Gruul Guildgate brings back flashbacks of a Gates Ablaze that traumatized me, shall we say. I was traumatized. Oh my gosh, it is a Gates deck. Oh, baby. Our deck clearly has the matchup. We have experience in this matchup, folks. We know what to do, what not to do. We have our Sylvan Brush Strider, the victim of a brutal apocalypse that hit his people like a, oh my gosh, this is disgusting. He's playing Shocklands? What is this madness? Oh gosh. Well, I'm not going to offer the trade because I have Territorial, I have Biomancy in my deck, not Territorial. And when I mean Biomancy, I mean the other Biomancy. At least, I thought it was called Biomancy. Whatever it's called. We're not going to attack with the Biomancy because we just really want to play our Skittereel this turn, and we don't want to trade. So at the same time, it's just, these are the types of situations where you're like, well, if he blocks, I guess I'll use Biomancy, but it's so bad for us to use the Biomancy that it's just not something we're going to do. Light up the stage, looking for lands. Let's see what he hit. No, he hit a Girl Guildgate, and why the hell is he playing Humongulous? I love the flavor text on Humongulous, by the way. Oh. I have my jacket draped over my chair, and I realized that the thing that's been stabbing me in the back was actually a banana. Banana! Okay. So, I think we want to push our advantage. 5-color High Alert. I can see it coming, Replenish. Also, welcome, Replenish. I don't think I've seen you around here before. Okay. This is actually close. We could either go Sorrowful Hybrid plus Adapt. Next turn, he's going to want to play Humongulous. I like that play a lot more. Okay, so we go attack. We'll make this a 5/5 because that's part of our overall plan. And then it dodges Gates Ablaze if he has it. But if he does go for the Gates Ablaze, he can't play the Humongulous. He probably doesn't have a land. Okay, yeah, he can't even play the Humongulous anyway. Please no Gates Ablaze. Please no. It's just a 2 for 2 if he does. That's part of the reason why I don't go for the Gates deck, really. It's really nice to find a banana in your pocket because bananas are great. And I know that I got this earlier today. Like, if you found a banana randomly, I wouldn't recommend eating it because you never know how long the banana's been sitting there. Okay. Playing instants at sorcery speed is fine by me. Applied Bananamancy. Oh yes, things are going to get gruesome for my opponent here. Not yet, though. We're just going to adapt this guy this turn. Sorrowful Hybrid is disgustingly powerful. I love Sorrowful Hybrid. We aren't even casting our precognitive perception. KR Magic, the reason is because we don't want to trade our 3/2 for a 2/2. It's just not a good exchange for us. And he's going to have to chump with these guys anyway, and then we'll just have an extra 3/2 in play. Also, we want to set up a situation where he'll block our 3/2 with his 2/2, and we can apply Biomancy him. It's just a case of not wanting to trade it for like a thing that's worse. But in this case, yeah, okay. So do we want to block here? We're gonna bounce this, then he'll have lethal. We'll just take the damage. Also, we have trades are bad for us because we have double biogenic upgrade. So we don't want to trade because we can just make our guy massive. Oh, hello, 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 Mr. Slimebind. If you please. Okay, so I think we just attack with everything. Actually, I think we're just going to bounce this guy. Choose our creature +1/+1. Return this guy to the hand. This just plays around removal a little bit better. You know, Slimebind has been a real good spectator, cheering me on from my hand. Yeah, bounce pre-combat definitely the play. That's why you don't do that, because now we have an extra 3/2. To be fair, maybe we would have gotten in some extra damage if we traded, but having the extra 3/2 is really nice. KO Magic Slimebind is so much more than just a combat trick. You can also play it if you're behind, which, just because, the thing is, it hasn't really gotten to show off because I've been playing from ahead the entire match. Both matches I've played because my opponent's is playing the slowest deck in the format. But there are decks in the format that are faster than what I am doing. And having a 2-mana spell that can like save me 8 points of life and then basically just give them a chump block later is a trade that I'm very willing to make. So this is lethal unless he has something, and then our Slimebind can save us if we need it. Oh. Hello. This time it is a combat trick. This time it definitely is a combat trick. We're not like super proactive. I mean, we have some proactive stuff, but there are faster decks. Okay, so look at this. Our Slimebind is saving our Sorrowform hybrid from death because it's a true hero, and that's what heroes do. Oh man, I hope I play against Rakdos in round 3 so you guys can see the power. The power. I mean, we're going to win the game anyway. So, I mean, that they were dead on board. Oh, yeah, you're right, Scholar. You're right. Yeah, I definitely should have waited. Because then they go for the Thrash and they die. The reason I went for it was because I wanted to give Slimebind a purpose in life. But I just would have smashed him if I had waited. They concede anyway. They concede because of the Slimebind, but yeah. It would have been even better if I had waited. So I really didn't show off the true power of it. So, okay. What do we want to change? We want to take out a Slimebind for an applied Biomancy in this matchup. Because then our Slimebind would have been better. Exactly, Scholar. Slimebind is working against me. It's trying to prove its inadequacy. And we'll run like this. In this matchup, when we're on the front foot so heavily, we just want to get our tempo where we can find it. On the draw, we're going to keep this hand. Scholar the Mad gets it. Scholar the Mad is on the right page. All we need is a land. Bum, bum, ba-da, bum. We've got our classic Aeromunculus into Sharkto-Crab, into Rampaging Grandhorn, into Biogenic Upgrade. Curve out, clearly. But yeah, that is a good catch. I should have waited. I just really didn't want it to be sitting in my hand again as the game ended. But I should have assumed that it wouldn't, because it's always got a use. Mr. Gatebreaker. Mr. Gatebreaker, Ram, I say. I think we're going to play the Aeromunculus because it can actually attack past it. And I'm just going to assume that my opponent's going to play a gate. If he doesn't play a gate, then we'll get punished, but we're just going to try and out-tempo it with our Sharkto-Crab, and Sharkto-Crab plus Biogenic Upgrade can tap it again. But he doesn't have another gate, because, clearly... Oh my gosh. What the heck? What the heck? Good thing my deck has a lot of creatures in it, I will say. That I'm... Oh my god, that I'm vegan? Ha, that would be hilarious. I'm vegan. Yep, that's a 5/5. No! Oh, that's so bad. Oh, that's disgustingly bad for me. Oh, shoot. He has the Slimebind tech. Oh my god, you're right. He sided in the Cinder Vines because he saw the Slimebind. Okay. Gonna play this with a counter on it. Telling he's promoting a lifestyle that I can't endorse. This game's going all right, though. He doesn't have another gate. He can't really attack us. I like blocking here. Oh my god, thank goodness. Holy smokes, he traded? I'm alive! I'm alive! Oh my goodness. Oh, yeah, of course he has that. Of course. We're just going to bounce that, take a damage from this stupid Cinder Vines. Then we'll play our Steeple Creeper. Ooh, that's actually much better. Play this guy instead. It's called... Now, if we draw a land, we can Sorrow from Hybrid Adapt and punch with Titanic Brawl his guy, if he doesn't have another gate. Oh, Plaza of Harmony. That's not another gate, though. But 3 life is quite annoying. So it's a 5/5. Come on, land me. Land me a river. No, that's not what I wanted to do. Just gotta hope he doesn't have removal. Perfect. We're doing this now because it looks like if he had a combat trick, he probably would have blocked into 1 green mana and used his combat trick. He's back! No matter who wins, the neighborhood loses. What the heck? Oh, that's funny. I don't really know what it means, but it's funny. Boom! He concedes! Wins the match. Undefeated against gate decks, clearly. Gatebreaker Ram is no match for Slimebind, folks. That's all I'm going to say. On to the finals we go. I hope you'll stay with me. Hello, and welcome to round 3 with Slimebind.deck. We did win the die roll again because we are the greatest, and we have the mulligan. There is a Slimebind, but unfortunately, not good enough. We'll keep this hand, though. Forest on top every time. The doubters in chat hating on Slimebind this entire time, and yet we are 2-0. Ooh, playing against a red deck. This is where Slimebind can shine, folks. It can shine. We should be pretty much undefeated, but we kind of probably messed up that one game. Shinebind. No, he's actually a Gates deck that's just playing Footlight Fiend as an early deterrent. Oh my god. That's actually hilarious. If that's what's actually happening. I'm not going to trade this guy for Binded by the Light. Oh, man. How's my lighting? My lighting's going fine. Thanks to the open window. Wow, this stream is so fun. I'm so glad that there are so many people from the double host. The double host is great. Thank you, One Slippery Nipple, for the subscription. I really do appreciate it. And I'm glad you are enjoying the stream. He's not splashing for Airings. I'm just going to say right now, he's got an island here, boys. It's a crazy deck. We always play against the crazy decks here on the stream. Oh, yes. Yes, truly crazy. I think we're just going to attack and then play our Brush Strider. Or maybe a Territorial Boar. I actually like playing the Territorial Boar a little bit more, because then if we play Rendhorn, Territorial Boar can get in for damage. I don't like adapting here. I'd rather just make more threats. Opponent can't beat the Territorial Boar and concedes! Too much strength! We didn't even need a Slime Bind. This is what really happened. Opponent saw that we had 2 mana up. They were like, what can he play for 2 blue mana? And he was like, oh shoot, Slime Bind. I guess I have to concede. Okay, so Slime Bind's coming out for another Applied Biomancy, because it looks like he's a slow deck. And we're going to run it like this. And we have another good hand. This is actually awesome. The entire world is witnessing the glory. Another great hand. Wow, he's literally 5 color. The problem with Eyes, KR, is because the reason I don't like Eyes here is because he has blue mana in his deck. Ah, the Regal Slimebind rears its head. Because when he has blue mana for Eyes, taking control of his guy is just much less effective. I like Eyes, or I don't know if I like Eyes. I've never gotten to play with it. But I think Eyes is only good against decks that don't have blue mana. That's why it's in the sideboard. Because I wanted to try it out. Oh, yes. This is what it feels like to be, like, the greatest player of all time. Because you're just, like, drawing your 2-drops on turn 2 every time. Ah, yes, the Footlight Fiend. Have you heard the story of when I slime-binded a Footlight Fiend to get in more damage? No, I'm just going to Steeple Creeper. The Steeplechase. For the card selection. I don't think you want to play the Eyes if the second ability is not going to be relevant. Otherwise, it's just way too slow and bad. I mean, I think the first effect is nice, but... Ah, the 3 life point. The old triple life point. What's it going to be? Cry of the Carnarium? Oh my god, that would have been disgusting. You know what rhymes with Death Touch? Yeah, that was weird. I don't know what he was doing. Well, Slimebind destroys Death Touch, I will say. I'll see you later, pick one. I appreciate the bits. Thanks for tuning in, my man. MTG Legend. Oh man, making fun of the screen name. That's the perfect way to go out. That's such a cool username, pick one. But yeah, my MTGO username is MTG_legend. So if you ever play against me, you'll know. Is opponent thinking about whether to quench this? Is that really what they're considering right now? They're like, shoot, I don't know what I should do. Let's quench his Rubble Slinger, probably the worst card in his entire deck. I wonder why he's taking 5 minutes to make this decision. To quench or not to quench? That is the question. Whether 'tis nobler of the mind to suffer the slings and arrows of Rubble Slingers. Hey, arrows, it makes sense. That's why he's going through Hamlet's soliloquy. They conceded to theoretical Slimebind last game, so anything is possible. Oh, that's actually good. Oh, that's so good. KR. Oh my goodness. That's hilarious. They conceded the theoretical Slimebind. I think they actually conceded because they're like, we're going to miss a land drop, and they were mad. Conceding when you're going to miss land drops is something people do all the time. Like if you're going to miss your like third land drop. It's actually hilarious. Like, I wonder what the odds of us playing against 3 gate decks in a row, like, could possibly be. Like, we're just, like, running the gauntlet of gate decks. Man. I'm also, like, relatively impressed with myself with how much of Hamlet's, like, soliloquy thing I remember, because, like, we spent, like, one day in my English class, like, kind of just going over it over and over. There must be a Gates ablaze somewhere in our future. Oh, yes. There must be. I agree, one slippery nipple. I'm just going to call you one slippery. Oh, yes. He lets it resolve! The hero. On Arena all day, every day. Yeah, I guess people do kind of force it on Arena. I don't like forcing the Gates deck. I think that it makes you take Gates too highly, and then you end up with bad cards sometimes. But, yeah, you can play it. I mean, it's sometimes the best deck. If you start off with a Gates Ablaze, you really need to have Gates Ablaze for the deck to be good, I think, because that effect is just brutal. Ooh, Gate Colossus, my man. Yeah, they spent 5 minutes just waiting to make us think they have Quench. Oh, that was unfortunate. That was not where we wanted to be. Oh, they clearly thought this was a gate. That's why they tried to cast this last turn. No can do, opponent. If he attacks us for 8, we're fine. We'll just hit him back. Start pressuring him. I really hope we can draw a land here. An island specifically. What the? Oh my god. What? This is the first time I've ever faced a Rafter Demon. It's so bad. Maybe that's the wrong card to discard. I think I want to keep all my spells, though. Island! Okay. So if we... Arrester's Admonition, the Orzhov Enforcer. Try to fight this thing. We can get in a pretty big hit. We could also Slimebind this. Because that having 4 power is a lot worse. But then it just stays back on defense. And I think we have to just get aggressive and hope to draw another bounce spell. Because we do have 2 more in our deck. And if we can bounce this, we can really get back in the game. If we drew Biogenic Upgrade off of this... Not Biogenic Upgrade. Whatever the 2-minute Biogenic Enhancement or something. Yeah, he's taking a long time with this Arrester's Admonition play. I mean, he doesn't even have any mana up. Like, what is he possibly going to do? I think there's a lot of people that would just want to bounce the Gate Colossus here. And while that is a fine play, I think the better play is to just try and, like, get my opponent low enough that we can maybe draw like a biogenic upgrade and kill him with that while he's like still trying to restabilize or something. And also we have a couple more bounce spells, and we're not really beating this with reasonable means. Also, this opponent is so slow. You really never know what this opponent is thinking. Hopefully he just doesn't draw a third land in game 3 and he just scoops. Old Scoops McGee, as they call him. As he has been called before. Jeez, what is he possibly thinking about? Like, also, I'm going to probably just turn the light on in my room. Ugh. Using my tactic, be slow so your opponent has no idea what you're doing. That seems like an interesting tactic, to say the least. Ugh. Well, that means it's time for our favorite game, Magic Pictionary. Here's how this is going to work. I'm going to pick a card from a standard legal set, so everyone can compete at an equal level. And then I'm going to draw it, and you tell me if you guess it first, and it'll just be a fun thing to do while we wait for our opponent. Oh, never mind. Okay. Well, if he gets low again, which seems like he would, we will do that. Okay. So he let it resolve. We drew a Rentorn. I'm going to play this. Titanic Brawl. The Footlight Fiend. We have to hold back one blocker. But we will attack him for a decent chunk of damage. Scales his slowness by 5 health. Oh my god, that's hilarious. Okay, so he must have like a bounce spell or something. Or I feel like he would block. Happens. Sure. Sure. Yeah, sure. If we draw another land, we can just straight up double block this Gate Colossus with this guy and this guy. Land me. Oh, yes. Oh, yes, baby. That's what I like to see. If only we could have slime binded. Can we just kill him here? Maybe I was supposed to adapt this and this. Because I can just chump block here. Take this. There. I go to 1. On the crackback, I have 6, 10, 14. If he has nothing. Is this just my highest equity play? Just hope he has literal nothing? It could be. It could very well be. Huh. Yeah, but I can't beat that card. He can just cast that and kill me anyway. The other option is to do something like this. In which case, I go to 1. But I keep a 3/3. And then next turn, I would have to slime bind this thing. What are the odds of him having nothing? I think this plays better. Because I can start beating him down with this thing, kill him in 2 turns if he does nothing, and I can slime bind this guy next turn when it attacks at me. Okay, that happens sometimes. So he had Blade Brand. He had not a lot of decks with that combination. Wow. Oh, man, I would have had him. We're going to make him attack us. And then slime bind this thing. Dang it, he had nothing. Shoot, we would have won. I was considering it, but like I wasn't thinking about Blade Brand. Because imagine if I had my 3/3 here. He would still attack me, and then I would have a 5/5 attacking him. Do I want haste? Probably not. We didn't play Rendhorn because then we'd have to block this guy. Oh, he had a removal spell, so he wouldn't have won. No, if he had a removal spell, he would have cast it. Look at this. Slime Bind coming in clutch. Oh, yes. Definitely casting this on our main phase. Oh, yes. We need all these cards. Top, top, top. Oh my goodness, those 3 cards are so good here. Because we need this Biomancy so we can bounce the token that he's going to get from this when he inevitably chump blocks. Also to bounce that guy right now, because otherwise it'll kill us. If only we had a second Slime Bind in here. We need our Sharkto Crab. We need to find it so we can deal with this thing. We do not have any way to gain life. I think I have to loot and look for an island. Playing this guy was a mistake, I think. Oh, Brush Strider. We do have Brush Strider in our deck. Shoot. I should not have played that guy. Oh well. In a game where it's all about digging, I just need to. Why does he have so many roustabouts in his deck? Oh, there's a gate. That's bad. I need to find my Sharkto Crab. Did he take the trigger? Yeah, he did. What? He didn't attack me. Okay. Getting rid of one of those. Sharkto crab me. I need it. I need the old Sharkto crab. Next level plays, baby. The Roustabout King could be failed by Roustabouts. Counter. Sure, your Gate Colossus is fine. Oh my goodness, he's not doing anything. How many do I want to put on each one is the question. Wait, cancel, cancel. If I put all 3 on this, no, I can't just win with Simic Ascendancy. That would be ridiculous. I have to save this Biomancy in case he ever attacks with Roustabout. I think I want to put a lot on here so I can use it, but I want to make this bigger than 8/8. So if I put 1 on here, then this becomes an exactly 8/8. So I have to put 2 on there. Okay. Keep in mind that I can't really attack because of the Orzhov Enforcer. Opponent not knowing what his cards do is great for us. We get to loot. Yes, the Brush Strider that we needed. Oh my god. Oh my god. What do we get rid of? I think we get rid of Simic Ascendancy. No, we get rid of Biomancy here. Now that we're going to be at 3 life, it doesn't matter. But Simic Ascendancy is just too good. Simic Ascendancy is going to be really good in this spot here. I think we're going to be able to add 2 counters a turn. And now that we're at 3 life, we don't care about the token that we give him from this. And we're going to be able to get loots, remember. Every counter is also a loot. I definitely considered dumping the Ascendancy, but we have a guy that's bigger than this Gate Colossus, so the Gate Colossus is useless. Oh no, please no Gates Ablaze. You've got to be kidding me. Exactly kills my thing. No. And another gate? You have got to be kidding me. That went about as poorly as it could have gone. Our remaining hope, all we have left, 1 draw, Sharkto Crab. If we draw Sharkto Crab, we win this game easily. There's nothing he can have that can beat Sharkto Crab here. Because we just put counters on it repeatedly. Come on, Sharkto Crab. 1 time. Yes! 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 Woo! Boom! 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 Yes! Yes! Easy as pie. Who wanted me to get rid of? Who wanted me to get rid of Simic Ascendancy, folks? I know someone did. Oh, yes. Who wanted me to get rid of it? Literally everyone. Oh, yes. We were planning for this moment. I mean, if I had gotten rid of it, I would have lost, because Sharkto-Crab by himself would not have been enough. We do still need to dodge removal draws. We're just going to do the same thing on his upkeep again in case he does kill our guy. We have easy lethal next turn anyway. Draw away to your heart's content, opponent. Wow, we totally would have lost this game if our opponent knew what Rakdos Roustabet did. I do want to say that, to be fair. But this has been dope. Oh my goodness. What a game, shall we say. Holy smokes. That Sharkto Crab 1 in 12 odds, my man. Or maybe 1 in 11 or some actually 1 in 12. Exactly 1 in 12. We had like a 6% chance of hitting that. Oh no, 8%. Oh yes. Yes! Yes, we've done it, boys! Please don't just skewer the critics me. Okay, Daggercaster. Oh, and I go to exactly 1! If he had Blade Brand to go with that, that would be really sad. Oh my gosh. We go to literally exactly 1, and we win! Yes! Yes! The 3-0! The trophy! Yes! Yes! Oh, yes! Oh, that was the sweetest game. Oh, yes, that was so sweet. I mean, that was still game 2, so we could have won game 3, but oh my goodness, we got there! We played that Benthic Biomancer so poorly, and he just didn't attack into it. And then someone reminded me that we could draw Sylvan Brush Strider, which we drew, and then we went to exactly 3, kept the Simic Ascendancy for the win. Oh my goodness, that was the greatest. Oh my goodness. If you made it to the end of this video and you are watching on YouTube, just type hashtag Sharkto-Combo in the comment section to let me know you made it all the way to the end and got to see that awesome stuff. If you have any comments, be sure to leave those in the comments. If you would like to support the channel, be sure to subscribe and leave that thumbs up. But without further ado, yeah, that's going to do it. I hope I'll talk to you next time.